Welcome back to the first week. We're jumping off with new fantastic phrases and root words. Most of your root words are going to be Latin, since we are studying Rome. This will be your first list of the semester, so we're not going to go back over the other words. I may throw them in a review here or there, but I won't test you over them anymore. So list 12 is list 1 of semester 2. So let's get started. First one. Ra avis, which means rare bird. This doesn't literally mean a rare bird. You would never say, I got to check off a Ra avis off my birding list last weekend, because it's not speaking of a literal rare bird. It's talking about a person who is unique or is rare in their situation or their personality. So someone who beats to their own drum would be another good way of putting this. Our examples: Max was a Ra avis. He was a Jewish man married to a Muslim, which would be a little bit strange. He seems to think I'm a Ra avis, a freak of nature. Our second word is pax, which means peace. This is a term that is Latin, but it's really referred to the Pax Romana, which is about a 200-year time period of peace. So it's an easy one. It means peace, literally means peace. On Maury's angel pendant, Pax was inscribed on the reverse. And then the second example is what I just said. The 200 years of peace that began with Augustus' reign was called Pax Romana. We're actually going to study that probably in 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how fast we move. Non compos mentis, this is a legal term. It literally means not in the control of the mind. A legal term meaning a person who was not in his right mind at the time of the occurrence, therefore not legally responsible. He's mentally incompetent. This is usually another term would be maybe an insanity plea. They were not in their proper state of mind when the crime was committed. It was determined that the criminal was non compos mentis and therefore could not stand trial. He is not in the right mind to stand trial, so he will not. So this is a literal term. Beaudukes pleaded non compos mentis at the grand jury. So Beaudukes is pleading, I was not in the right mind. I was out of the control of my own mind when the crime occurred. Voila, there you go. I actually had no idea that's what this meant until I started teaching the class. So this is used like ta-da, when you show off a surprise or you do something really cool. When Mom took the lid off the Thanksgiving turkey, she said, voila. When Miss Gallo finally found the missing test, she exclaimed, voila. So there it is, ta-da. All right, so Greek and Latin roots. This is where you're going to need to use those very cute handouts that I gave you. You are going to be filling in the definitions of the derivatives that are on there. So the definitions are also on this PowerPoint, so you can pause and write down. You do not have to write down every definition word for word. Use summarization, use shorthand, use anything that will help you. So use this time to really practice a note taking. Now, if you do get behind, you can pause the video or you can go back and watch it again. Our first one, ambi or amvi, which means both. We have 4 words here: ambivalent, ambiguity, amphibious, and amphitheater. Ambivalent is mixed feelings or conflicting ideas about something or someone. You're just confused. Ambiguity, uncertainty or inexactness of meaning and language. So something that's really broad and statement or an open-ended question would be ambiguous. Amphibious, living on both land and water. An animal is amphibious, like lizards live on both land and water, or a car can be an amphibious car. It can go both in water or on land. I'm pretty sure James Bond had one of those cool cars. And an amphitheater, a round oval building, typically unroofed. We unfortunately did not really study the theater in Greece, but this is a model of a Greek theater, the Remnants. I believe this one's in Spain, but don't quote me. And you can see that it's oval. The theater is, you can see the seats are there, and then the actual stage is there in front of the seats. And it was usually open like this, but very round. We're going to talk about the Roman amphitheater, where they held gladiator games towards the end of the semester. Intel, to know or think, intelligent, intellect, intelligence, intelligible, or counterintelligence. So all of these words are very, very similar. Intelligent is reflecting good judgment or sound thought. Intellect is the power of knowing, capacity for thought. So you are an intellect or you are intelligent. Intelligence, a person with the capacity of highly developed thought. So intelligence is the person. Intelligible, able to understand. You're an intelligible person. And then counterintelligence is activities designed to prevent spying, intelligent gathering, and sabotage by an enemy or foreign entity. So this is state security here. So there is really a national counterintelligence and security center for the United States, and they really were implemented during the Cold War. You probably don't care about any of this, but their purpose is to gather intelligence from the enemy or from foreign entities, and then to stop them from gathering intelligence on us. Fort means strong. This should be ringing a bell. One of your fantastic phrases from the past is right here on your example. Forte, a thing at which someone excels at. Our other examples are a fortress, heavily protected or impenetrable building, a military stronghold. This castle here is a fortress. It's also fortified. So it's something that's very hard to penetrate. It would be very hard to attack these walls. Fortify is to strengthen a place with defense works, so it's protected against attack. So the same thing, it would be very hard. It is a fortified fortress. Forte, we already know something that someone's really good at. And then fortitude, strength of mind that enables a person to meet danger or bear pain or hardship with courage. A lot of the Bible verses you've probably come across talks about how the Lord is a fortress. He is a strong protective for us, something that's nobody can penetrate through it. We're protected behind his walls. Okay, I missed one somewhere. There it is. Okay, carn, flesh or meat. This one is a little bit of a darker slide. Carnage, the killing of a large number of people. Carnivorous, used to describe an animal that feeds on other animals, so carnivorous. Some dinosaurs are carnivorous. Polar bears are carnivorous. A lot of animals are carnivorous. Reincarnate, someone is going to undergo birth into another body. We talked about that in 6th grade with some of the religions of the world. Some people believe in reincarnation, where we come back as something else. Carrion, a flower with a pink or reddish pink, which was thought to resemble the skin tone of some people, and then a carnation. Switch those. I don't know why I typed that. So yeah, a carnation is a flower that's pink, and then carrion is it's decayed flesh. So just switch those two. I'm not real concerned. I just want you to know that there are derivatives with this word that have the same meaning. So same as always. So this is your last one. Make sure that you have these. You can color your pictures if you want. You cannot. It doesn't matter to me. So whatever you want to do.